Girlfriend 27 got upset because I 28 use LOL too much in texts and banned me from using it. Can you stop using LOL? It makes you seem unprofessional. I stared at my phone like she just asked me to change my name. I'm Tyler, 28, licensed electrician here in Denver. Been doing this for 6 years, work for a mid-size electrical contracting company called Peak Electric. I make about $75K a year, got my own place in Capitol Hill, drive a 2019 Ford F-150 that I saved 3 years to buy. Pretty normal life, I'd say. Met Vanessa about 2 months ago on Hinge. She's 27, sells luxury condos in Cherry Creek in downtown. Has this whole Instagram influencer thing going, 15K followers, constantly posting about showings, luxury lifestyle content, that kind of stuff. Real polished, always looks perfect, super ambitious and driven. Honestly, I was surprised she swiped right on me. Our first date was great though. Met at Union Station, walked around Larimer Square, talked for hours. She asked about electrical work, seemed genuinely interested when I explained how commercial systems worked, laughed at my dumb jokes, made me feel like maybe the blue-collar thing wasn't an issue for her. Second and third dates were just as good. She introduced me to her friend group, mostly other real estate agents and marketing people. They were nice enough, though I felt a little out of place when they talked about clients and commissions and brand partnerships. But Vanessa always made sure I was included, explained inside jokes, made me feel welcome. Things started great. She was fun, easy to talk to, made me feel like I was dating someone out of my league in the best way. Then about 3 weeks in, the texting thing came up. We were messaging back and forth about weekend plans, and I wrote something like, "Yeah, that sounds good LOL, should we invite Mark and Sarah?" Pretty normal, right? I've texted like this since high school. Everyone I know uses LOL. It's just texting. She didn't respond for a few hours. When she did, it was, "Can we talk about something?" I called her. "Hey, what's up?" "I don't want to be annoying," she started, which should have been my first clue, "but can you stop using LOL so much in your texts? It makes you seem unprofessional." I actually laughed out loud because I thought she was messing with me. Dead silence on her end. "Wait, you're serious?" "Yes, I'm serious, Tyler. I'm not attracted to guys who text like they never went to college." Man, that hit different. I didn't go to college. Went straight into a union apprenticeship program after high school, spent 4 years learning the trade, got my license at 22. I've been working ever since. Good money, steady work, benefits, retirement account. I'm proud of what I do. I can troubleshoot a 3-phase motor, wire entire buildings, read blueprints. But hearing her say it like that, like texting with LOL meant I was uneducated or something, made me feel small. I tried to keep my voice even. "I mean, it's just texting. I've always texted like this." "I know, and that's the problem. You need to be more conscious of how you communicate. When I'm showing a $2 million condo and my phone goes off, I can't have my boyfriend texting me like a teenager." Her boyfriend. The way she said it felt less like affection and more like I was part of her professional portfolio. I pointed out that I'd seen her use LOL plenty of times. Just yesterday she'd texted me, "That client was so annoying LOL." "That's different," she said, and I could hear the edge in her voice now. "I use it ironically. You're being serious with it. There's a difference." I didn't even know what to say to that. How do you use LOL ironically versus seriously? It's literally just 3 letters, but I didn't want to fight over something stupid, so I said, "Okay, I'll try to stop." She seemed happy. "Thank you, I'm just trying to help you improve your communication skills. You understand that, right?" So I tried. For like a week I was super careful about my texts to her. No LOL, no emojis, kept everything clean and professional. It felt weird and forced, but whatever. Then yesterday I slipped up. I was in a group text with my work crew, Charlie and a couple other guys. For context, Charlie's been my buddy since we started at Peak Electric together 4 years ago. He's 30, married, 2 kids, doesn't take shit from anyone. We were talking about this job site clusterfuck, and I wrote, "Boss man's gonna lose it when he sees this LOL." Didn't think twice about it. Except Vanessa was sitting right next to me when I sent it. She saw it, left, hasn't responded to any of my messages since. Gave me the silent treatment all evening. When I finally got her on the phone around 10 p.m., she said, "I'm really disappointed, Tyler. You promised you'd work on this." I apologized, said it was habit, it slipped out, didn't mean anything by it. "It's embarrassing when my clients might see how you text," she said. "What if they saw that and judged me by association?" Her clients. "These are my work buddies talking about electrical panels and building code. Why would her real estate clients see this?" I told her I didn't think her clients were in my work group chat. She got quiet. "You're missing the point. It's about standards, Tyler. When you're with me, you represent me too." Then she said she needed space to think about whether this was going to work. That was yesterday. She hasn't texted me back today. I feel like I'm going crazy. Am I overreacting? It's just LOL. But I also feel bad because I promised I'd try and then I slipped up. My parents had a rough marriage where my mom was really controlling and my dad just went along with everything to keep the peace, and I swore I wouldn't be like that. But I also don't want to be stubborn over something small. Is this actually small? Or am I right to feel like this is weird? Update 1. Okay, so this blew up way more than I expected. Seriously, I posted this thinking maybe a few people would tell me I was overreacting or that I should just apologize. Instead, I woke up to like 200 comments telling me to run. My phone was buzzing all morning. I wanted to talk to Vanessa, at least try to have a real conversation about this. Not through text where everything gets misinterpreted. So I texted her yesterday morning around 9 a.m., right before heading to the job site. "Hey, are we good? Can we talk about this?" She responded at 3 p.m., 6 hours later. "I don't care anymore. You don't have to change. Just know that I'm not attracted to guys who can't take constructive feedback." Read that a few times. Still made me feel like shit every time. I wanted to understand what the actual problem was, so I asked, "Is it just the LOL thing or is it all my texting that bothers you?" She called me, picked up on the first ring, and she was already heated. "All of it. Too many emojis. Very informal. It's fine if that's who you are, but it's not what I'm looking for in a partner." Sitting in my truck in the Home Depot parking lot, hearing that, I felt my chest get tight. This person I really liked, who I'd been picturing a future with, was basically saying I wasn't good enough as is. But I still wanted to try. I thought maybe we could compromise, meet in the middle somehow. So I started saying, "Okay, noted. Will you also?" "I really don't like your attitude right now," she interrupted, didn't give me a chance, voice sharp. "Every single time I try to give you feedback, you deflect with 'will you also,' or 'but you do it too.' That's not how healthy communication works, Tyler." I was genuinely confused, tried to keep my voice calm. "I'm not trying to deflect. I'm just saying that you do the same things you're asking me not to do." Isn't that relevant to the conversation? No, it's not, because I'm aware of what I'm doing. I'm making intentional choices about my communication. You're just doing what you've always done without thinking about how it reflects on you, or on me, for that matter. The conversation went in circles for like 20 minutes. I kept trying to understand what she actually wanted from me, and she kept saying I was being defensive. Finally, she said, "I need you to not contact me for a week." I thought she was joking. She wasn't. "I'm serious. Don't call, don't text. Give me space to figure out if I want to continue this relationship." I asked if we could at least talk this through in person. She said no, that I was proving her point by not respecting her boundaries, so I said okay. What else could I say? She hung up. That was 3 days ago. I've been going crazy. Called my sister Riley, who's a pharmacist and usually pretty level-headed, told her everything. She was quiet for a minute, then said, "Tyler, she's giving you the silent treatment as punishment. That's manipulation." I told her I didn't think Vanessa was manipulating me. She was just particular about communication. Riley said, "She dated that investment banker last year, right? The guy who dumped her because she tried to control what he wore to his own company events." I didn't know that. Vanessa mentioned an ex who didn't appreciate her feedback, but she made it sound like he was the problem. Charlie's been even more blunt. Yesterday at the job site, he said, "She's training you like a dog, man. Next thing you know, she'll be telling you what to wear, who to hang out with, what to post on Instagram." I laughed it off, but honestly, it's been eating at me. I keep replaying the conversation. Was I being defensive? Or was I just trying to have a normal back-and-forth discussion? I'm confused. Part of me wants to just wait out the week and apologize. Part of me is starting to wonder if Reddit was right about the red flags. 4 more days until I'm allowed to contact her. This feels insane to even type out. Edit, a lot of you are asking why I'm putting up with this. Honest answer. I don't know, I really liked her. She made me feel like I was dating up, if that makes sense. Like she was out of my league and I should be grateful. Now I'm wondering if that's exactly the problem. Edit 2. Someone asked if she's done other controlling things. Thinking about it now. She did tell me she preferred I not wear my work shirts when we went out. Said they were too casual for the places she likes to go. I just changed before we went out, didn't think much of it. Is that weird? Update 2, the week is up. She texted me yesterday, day 6 actually. We should talk, I called her. She sounded normal, almost sweet. Said she missed me, had been thinking about us, wanted to work things out. I felt relieved. Maybe I'd been overthinking everything. We met for coffee yesterday evening. She apologized for being harsh about the texting thing, said she could have handled it better. I apologized for being defensive. Felt like we were back on track. Then today, she came over to my place for the first time in 2 weeks. That's when the new issues started. She was scrolling through Instagram while I was making us lunch and she said, "Hey, can we talk about your Instagram?" I thought maybe she wanted to be Instagram official or something. Nope, it's just very blue collar, she said. Can you post less work stuff? I stopped cutting tomatoes. What do you mean? All these truck photos and job sites and pictures in your work uniform. My clients follow me and they see who I date. It's not the image I want to project. I looked at my Instagram. It's mostly just my life. Photos from job sites. I'm proud of my truck that I saved 3 years to buy, hanging with friends, some hiking shots, normal stuff. That's my job, I said. I'm proud of my work. I'm not saying quit being an electrician, she said quickly. Just less visible online. Can you archive the posts where you're in your uniform, make your account private? I didn't know what to say. She kept going. When we're seen together, you represent my brand. I've worked really hard to build my reputation in Denver's luxury real estate market. Image matters, my brand. She said it like I was a handbag or something. Then she noticed I follow my ex, Melissa, on Instagram. To be fair, Melissa and I dated 3 years ago, broke up on good terms, and she's friends with my sister. We barely interact online. Why do you follow your ex? Vanessa asked. Not even a question, more like an accusation. We broke up years ago, and she's friends with Riley. If you respected me, you'd unfollow her. I pointed out that she follows her ex, Jason, who's also in real estate. They comment on each other's posts all the time. That's completely different. That's networking. Business. We're in the same industry. So you can follow your ex for business, but I can't follow mine even though she's part of my friend group. She got this look on her face. Cold. You're being deliberately obtuse. I'm trying to help you improve your image and you're fighting me on everything. I told her I didn't think my image needed improving. I like who I am. I like my job, my truck, my Instagram that shows my actual life. That's the problem, she said. You don't even see how you could be better. We argued for another hour. She left pissed off, saying I was ungrateful for her feedback. After she left, Charlie called me. Dude, you need to see this. He sent me screenshots. Vanessa has a close friend story on Instagram, you know, the green circle thing where only certain people can see it. Charlie's girlfriend follows Vanessa. They met at that group drinks thing, and she'd added her to close friends. The story from 3 days ago, upgrading my boyfriend's aesthetic, one post at a time with a photo of me from when we first started dating. I felt sick reading it. There were other stories too. Comments about blue-collar to business casual transformation and teaching him about professional image. She's been posting about changing me like I'm a freaking project. I confronted her over text, sent her the screenshots, asked what the hell she meant by upgrading my aesthetic. She called immediately. Who showed you those? That was private. Doesn't matter who showed me. What matters is you're posting about changing me like I'm not good enough as is. Oh my God, you're so sensitive. It was a joke. My close friends know I'm kidding. Didn't feel like a joke. She shifted gears, got soft. Tyler, I care about you. I'm just trying to help you reach your potential. You're hardworking, reliable, good-looking, but you could present yourself better. Is that so wrong? I present myself fine. For an electrician, sure, but if you want to be with someone like me, you need to level up. Someone like her. There it was. I told her I needed to think. She said, don't take too long, I have options, you know. That was 6 hours ago. I'm sitting here looking at my Instagram, my work uniform hanging in the closet, my truck keys on the counter. All the things I'm apparently supposed to be embarrassed about. Charlie's right. Riley's right. Reddit was right. She's not trying to help me. She's trying to change me into someone she won't be embarrassed to be seen with. I think I know what I need to do. Edit. The messages are overwhelming. Thank you. Seriously. Reading these comments is like watching someone throw water on my face. You're right, all of you. I'm not a build A boyfriend. I'm ending this. I keep making excuses because she's successful and put together and I figured she knew better than me about this stuff. But she doesn't get to decide I'm not good enough and then act like she's doing me a favor by dating me anyway. Final update, did it. We're done. Feels surreal typing that. I texted her yesterday morning around 10 a.m. We need to talk. Can you come over tonight? She responded within minutes. Of course. 7 p.m. She showed up right on time, looking perfect as always. Hair professionally styled, makeup on point, wearing one of those business casual outfits she wears to showings, black slacks, cream blouse, heels. She even brought wine. Like she assumed this was going to be a make-up conversation. We sat on my couch. She put the wine on the coffee table, turned to me with this expectant smile. So, what did you want to talk about? I'd been rehearsing this all day at work. But when it came down to it, sitting there looking at her, I just went straight to it. This isn't working. I don't feel like myself around you anymore, and I think we should break up. The smile dropped instantly. Her face went through about 5 different expressions in 2 seconds: confusion, disbelief, anger, calculation. Settled on outrage. Are you serious right now? She stood up, voice getting louder. You're breaking up with me. I stayed seated, tried to stay calm. Yes, I'm serious. Do you? She laughed, but it wasn't a happy sound. Do you know how this looks? I date an electrician and he freaking dumps me. Do you understand how that reflects on me? Not I'll miss you or can we work on this or even I'm hurt. Just worried about appearances. I have Instagram content planned around us, she continued, pacing now. I was going to post about date night at the Source next week. Already made reservations. I told my followers we were going. What am I supposed to say now? I just looked at her. You could still go, just not with me. Her eyes narrowed. You think this is funny? I don't think any of this is funny, Vanessa. I think it's sad that your first concern is your Instagram content. She started pacing. You can't tell people I was controlling. That's slander. I was helping you improve. Vanessa, I don't need improving. I'm good at my job. I make decent money. I've got good friends and family. I don't need to change who I am to be worth dating. That's not what she stopped herself. My network is going to ask questions. What should I say happened? Say whatever you want. She kept spiraling anyways. Talked about her brand, her image, how this would play with her real estate colleagues. Not once did she actually seem sad about losing me, just stressed about the optics. I simply gathered her purse and keys, walked her to the door. She turned back. You're going to regret this. Good luck finding someone else who was willing to overlook your situation. My situation, being an electrician. I shoved her purse into her and closed the door. She called me the next day, crying. Different tact entirely. Said she didn't want bad blood in Denver's small professional market. That I was hardworking, reliable, a good guy. That she was just trying to help me see my potential. Then came the real reason for the call. Please don't tell mutual friends I was controlling. Real estate is relationship-based. My reputation matters. I told her I wasn't going to trash her to anyone, but I also wasn't going to lie if someone asked what happened. She shifted again. I've never been called manipulative before. You know that, right? If I was really manipulative, why would I be successful? Why would I close so many deals? I'm just more experienced in relationships than you. This kind of feedback between partners is normal. Using her sales numbers to prove she's not manipulative, that's a new one. I told her I had to go. She said, "You'll see, give it a month, you'll realize what you had." I hung up, blocked her number, blocked her on Instagram, Facebook, everything. She put up an Instagram story about an hour later. "Sometimes you outgrow people, focusing on my career and personal growth now." Riley sent it to me, laughing. She made herself the victim already. This morning, I got a DM from Connor, one of her realtor colleagues I'd met a couple times. "Hey man, heard you and Vanessa split. Just want you to know she does this every relationship. You dodged a bullet. Her last 3 boyfriends all said the same stuff about her trying to change them." That explained the investment banker Riley mentioned, and apparently 2 others before that. I feel lighter today. Weird to say after a breakup, but I genuinely do. Like I can breathe properly again. Went to work and the guys were supportive. Charlie bought me lunch, didn't even make fun of me, which is how I knew he was being serious. Got home around 5 p.m., changed out of my work clothes, put on my favorite Peak Electric t-shirt, the one Vanessa always hated. Felt good wearing it. Posted a photo of my truck at sunset on Instagram. Caption, "Proud of what I do. Simple, petty, maybe, but it felt like reclaiming something." Got about 50 likes, comments from coworkers and friends. Max from the union commented, "Hell yeah, brother." Riley added 3 fire emojis. Even got a comment from a former foreman. "Good electricians are worth more than fancy suits any day." 2 hours later, follow request from one of Vanessa's friends. Denied immediately. Not playing those games. The thing that keeps hitting me is how she called just to protect her image. Not because she missed me, not to apologize, just scared I'd tell people the truth. She proved everyone right. All the Reddit comments, Charlie's warnings, Riley's concerns. Every single person saw it clearly except me. I'm seeing someone new now. Emma, 26, dental hygienist. Met her through Riley 2 weeks ago at a dinner party. We grabbed coffee last week. She asked about my work, seemed genuinely interested. I started explaining electrical systems, expecting her eyes to glaze over like Vanessa's always did. Instead, Emma leaned forward, asked questions, said she'd always wondered how buildings get power. "I think it's cool that you can build and fix things," she said. "Most guys I meet work desk jobs. You actually create something physical." Complete opposite of Vanessa. It's early, only a few dates, but it feels different. She texts with emojis, follows my Instagram, and commented on that truck photo. "Looking good." 3 days ago, got a text from an unknown number. Vanessa, she gotten a new number after I blocked her. "Hey, been thinking about us. Want to grab coffee and talk." Opened it. Read receipt showed. Didn't respond. Deleted it, blocked the new number. The right person doesn't need you to be someone else. Emma asks about my workday, wants to hear about projects. Doesn't try to hide me or change me. That's what I want. Someone who likes me for me, work boots and all. Thanks Reddit. You were right about everything. Even when I was making excuses, you saw it clearly. Appreciate you all. Edit, Connor, the realtor who messaged me, actually offered to grab beers this weekend. Said he always thought Vanessa's attitude toward non-corporate jobs was elitist bullshit. Also mentioned that word did get around in the Denver real estate circles about her pattern with boyfriends. Apparently a couple people have started calling her out on it. Her reputation's taking a hit. That's probably why she reached out asking for coffee. Damage control. Good to know not everyone in her world is like that.